everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for FND Racing Tuesday night at Daytona International Speedway. I am Atlee Atman-Weiss, and I will be your broadcaster for tonight's race featuring the NASCAR Cup cars and the exciting drivers from FND Racing. And you may have a question, and that is, what is FND Racing? And I will answer that for you. FND Racing is one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game or simulation. Their roots go back to Sierra Papyrus' NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death. The core of the group can be traced back to the Golem 38 for 104-lap races that Monty Noyes hosted. They then migrated to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before jumping to where we are now at iRacing. They are not illegal, although they have done the legal before, and they're now just a group of guys who share the same passion of heart-pumping, white-knuckle super speedway racing. While they do have a team within the group, they will work with those who race with them when in other races. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing with very few or even no cautions, then check FND Racing out. And their rooms are open, and unless you prove to be a bonehead, you are welcome to race with us. And the broadcast tonight is brought to you by the sponsors of Atlee Weech Racing, which include Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Weiss State Farm, Go-To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics. Thank you to all the support that's been given from these sponsors. Now, last Tuesday night, I'm going to do a quick overview of the past two races in F&D. On last Tuesday night, we saw Gabe Butler win a caution-free race in the Gander Outdoor Trucks at Talladega, with Dale Willoughby coming in second, Maurice Johnson third, Mike Jenkins fourth, and Tom LeVar getting the last spot on the podium. It was caution-free in the first green flag. Pit stop got the field sprint out. Dale Willoughby took the pole with a solid 54.939, and Eric Laurie had the fastest lap of the race with a 50.185 on lap number 43. They had 12 lead changes among 6 different drivers, and Dale Willoughby led the most laps with 19. Then on Friday, May 1st, Everett Lane edged out a win over Jason Yacht by 0.013 seconds. Joe Della Vecchia took third, Tim Hamilton finished fourth, and Robert Ballantyne finished fifth. We had 4 cautions and green flag pit stops. Gabe Butler took the pole with a 54.668, while Brandon Jason had the fastest lap of the race with a 49.678 on lap number 8. We had 27 lead changes among 12 different drivers, and Tim Hamilton led the most of those laps with 19. Tonight we're going to be seeing a 1-lap qualifier and a 50-lap race. And tonight we are going to be racing at Daytona International Speedway. And now, when Daytona opened in 1959, it marked the beginning of a new era in American motorsport. As replacement for the old Beach Road course a few miles east, the high-banked 2.5-mile Florida Tri-Oval represented the leading edge of a wave of construction of big paved speed palaces. Before Daytona, Indianapolis was the only American oval track longer than 1.25 miles, and most racing took place on dirt ovals a mile or less in length. From the very first Daytona 500, won by Lee Petty in a 3-way photo finish, those 31-degree high bank turns so steep that it was hard to walk up them, and the 18-degree Tri-Oval proved a favorable venue for wide-open stock car racing, and Daytona kicked off the growth of NASCAR as we know it today. Daytona was also the first multi-use facility with a 3.56-mile road circuit incorporating the infield and most of the oval. It hosts not only the Daytona 500, but the Rolex 24, which is a sports car endurance race. It also hosts Bike Week's Daytona 200. It also hosts Daytona Kart Week, which takes place from till Christmas to New Year's, and it hosts driving school, club, and other events. Daytona's busy and diverse schedule confirms the track's motto, the world center of racing. We're wrapping up practice right now. The fastest time set is Josh Hall with a 46.623. Behind him is Rob Malone with a 43.649. Third is Joseph Wright with a 43.664. And then there's Joe Delvecchio with a 43.942. And in the 5th position is Gabe Butler with a 44.035. And let's see here if we can talk to the fastest driver on the board, Josh Hall. Hey Josh, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you got us?
Got you loud and clear.
So right now you are the fastest driver on the practice leaderboard, and we're going to ask what is going to be your strategy for tonight?
Keep it out of trouble, finish up front. That's kind of the goal for tonight. The Korean difference car right here is pretty good, and hoping to qualify up front.
Anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank everybody here on the FND and Mediocre Motorsports guys here, Korean the difference being on board, as well as Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting. So hopefully we'll have a good race with these guys and keep.
All right, good luck, Josh, and we hope you have a great race, and we'll see what you can do here in qualifying.
Thank you very much.
So that was an interview there by the fastest driver in practice, but practice is far away because we're here in qualifying right now. We'll see who is going to be up there on the board right now. You're looking at a few drivers. There's Joe Delavecchia, he's fast. Gabe Butler, he's fast a lot. He actually, and Dale Willoughby, always a fast driver also. But many others could take the lead. We know Eric Laurie is another fast driver. Pretty much all of these drivers out here are fast drivers. Who will we see be victorious in qualifying? That's the question. We'll look and see who will be the first time on the board. They only have one lap. And we're going to do a quick sponsor because tonight is Cinco de Mayo. We're going to advertise one of our sponsors that I mentioned, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina. Now, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina is a family-owned and operated restaurant. It features authentic Mexican dishes, and many of them are actually beloved recipes handed down through relatives from Mexico. It features fresh ingredients, the highest quality meats, great cocktails, craft beers, and a festive, family-friendly atmosphere. And I would like to invite you to visit Juan's in Newport News, Hampton, and Gloucester, whichever one is convenient, and you will get the finest Mexican food in the region. And right now you can get all of your favorite meals by pickup and delivery. So for more information, you can visit their website at juanscafeandcantina.com, and you can get some great food from the one and only. First driver on the board, Gabe Butler, has set the fastest time, a 45.787. Job, great, Gabe Butler, showing some great times. There's that 88 Guinness Beer car. He has been the most dominant driver, I say it and I say it again, in FND so far this racing season. There on the track now is a driver that has not qualified fastest in practice. Josh Hall got an interview. You heard him say a strategy. Will that strategy play off in the race? Him, Daniel Imdahl, and Joe Thompson all are looking to qualify, and maybe Jalen Battle, though I did see that he disconnected. He might come back. I'm not sure, though. 1 minute and 39 left on the board. And so we're going to look right here and maybe talk to the number 83 car of Rob. Oh. So we're going to talk to the number 17 car of Joseph Wright. Hey Joe, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, Ellie, I got you. What's up?
So the viewers want to know, what is going to be your strategy for the race and what should we expect from you?
I think it's going to be a typical Tuesday night. Looks like we got the regulars running tonight. I think it'll be a pretty clean race. So I would look for fuel strategy again. I mean, these cars are a little bit wilder than what we've been running in the truck, so you should see a lot of movement, maybe some contact on the side in the corners. Daytona's a little tighter than Talladega as well, so that's what I'd be looking for if I were you guys.
So, and we always liked saying, is there anybody you want to thank or anything?
I just want to thank Intensity Broadcasting for this awesome job they're doing, and can't wait to get racing here. Thanks for the call.
All right, good luck, Joe, and we'll see what happens here in this race. Still a few other drivers that need to qualify. Qualifying is pretty much done. Jalen Battle is going to get a time in. Barely. Oh, no, he doesn't. Good to know, though, that Jalen Battle is back. He has the highest I rating out of all of these drivers with a 4,413. That is a great I rating. Front row, look at here. Some great drivers, and we're going to show you your starting lineup for tonight's race. Starting in the first position, the number 88 car of Gabe Butler, second place. The number 321 of Gary Jenkins. In the third position, the number 071 of Eric Laurie, and in the fourth position, the number 322 of Maurice Johnson. Then in the fifth position, the number 24 of Everett Lane. And sixth, the number 052
All right, gentlemen, welcome
of
to FND's Tuesday night race. This week we're
and the
running
seventh
Cup
position,
cars
the
at
number 7
Daytona.
car
Tonight's
of
format
Dale
will be
Willoughby.
50
In
laps.
the eighth position, the number 17
70%
car
fuel.
of Joseph Wright.
Cautions are on. You do have 2 resets tonight. There is no lucky dog, however, we will give waybys. The race leader starts and restarts on green and green only. There's no changing lanes until we get past the start-finish line, and there's no 3 wide until we get on the back stretch. Black flags are cleared only under caution laps. If we clear your black flag, you will also receive an EOL, so just keep that in mind. We will not clear black flags tonight under green light conditions. iRacing Sporting Code is in effect at all times. This is Super Speedway Racing, guys. That's why you have a couple of resets. If you get involved in an accident and you can't keep up to speed back to pit road, please let us know so we can give you an EOL and let those behind you pass and get through. We'd appreciate it. Other than that, everybody for the most part has raced here before, so I don't think we've got any surprises tonight. We don't have a real big field, so we ought to be able to do like we did last week. We should be able to go caution free. With that being said, race hard, race clean, and I hope to see everybody at the end. Good luck. Thanks for coming out.
Back after the drivers' meeting, continuing on with the rows, starting in the 9th position, the number 83 of Rob Malone. In the 10th position, the number 52 of Paul Sheldon. Then, in the 11th position, it's Tommy Labar. And there is more drivers. Some other drivers that I didn't mention: Jalen Battle, Josh Hall, Joe Thompson, DJ Harris, those drivers. Those are some drivers that I didn't mention. I don't know if the pace truck is going to pull in this time by or next time by. It's a surprise. Yep, he pulls in. Front row, the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 321 of Gary Jenkins. Green flag is out. Look at that jump. Gabe Butler gets a great jump over the others, and he has a fast car. Wow, great jump for 88 of Gabe Butler. Now drivers can switch lanes once you pass the stripe. Look at the 321 and 322 cars are, and it's going to be confusing this whole race. They look identical. Into the straightaway, drivers can now go 3 wide if they need to. Most drivers don't do it on purpose. They don't start a third line on purpose. They normally do it to get fresh air. So if they do need to go 3 wide to get some fresh air, then now they are allowed to. And we're about to get lap number 2 on the board. Now here comes the 321 of Gary Jenkins. He's come up there now. He had to make up a little bit of ground, but he is there now. And drafting behind each of these, Maurice Johnson is behind Gary Jenkins, and Eric Laurie is right behind Gabe Butler. Look at how sideways they get in these 33-degree turns and this 18-degree tri-oval. It's like they're gonna fall off. Uh-oh, we saw, who is that? The 24 of Everett Lane. He got a little bit under the number 071 of Eric Laurie. That was almost an accident. Look at that. Look how they just sit there sideways in the turns. That the 88 car of Gabe Butler is sitting sideways in the turns, and they are, excuse me, I said 33 or 31 degree high banked turns. And look at that. It's like he was gonna fall off here. And normally if you were gonna try to walk up these, it'd be very hard to walk up this high banking. And also, this is also decently high banking. Watch how they kind of turn. This is 18 degrees, not quite as high as in the turns, but it's still very great in the tri-oval. Oh no, Gabe Butler, something happened. How did he save that? Gabe Butler's loose. Oh, okay. He saved it then, but wow, that is, we're already seeing the big one on lap number 4. Whoa. Let's see what happened here going into the turns. So this is when it was it's all normal right now. And so here's Gabe Butler right here. It looks like the 321 car is making a move down, trying to pass him, but he drags the 322 of Maurice Johnson with him into the number 88 car of Gabe Butler. And then he almost saves it. He got into the front of Eric Laurie, but then he got in that banking. Ooh, and Everett Lane had nowhere to go. And then Paul Sheldon gets in it. Jalen Battle gets in it. Poor Tom LaBar, he also had nowhere to go. And then Dale Willoughby and Rindal. And this is a mess. And then Tom LaBar just stops right there like the chicken crossing the road. And wow. Look at that destroyed car for Gabe Butler. He should have to use a reset. If I were him, I would use a reset. Or it'd be very hard with a damaged car. He'd have to pull an Eric Jones to win this one. they're going into the pits right here. Gary Jenkins and them. They're heading in to the pits. And we're going to watch the battle on the pits here. Who is going to win the race off of pit road? Some of them might need more than others. Watching here, who will win the race? And oh, look at that! Joe Della Vecchia wins the race off of pit road. Still a few others are making their way off. Dahl gets off. We'll have to wait it. So the winner off of pit road is Joe Della Vecchia. Behind him was Gary Jenkins. Then it was Maurice Johnson. It was Joseph Wright. Jalen Battle. Looks like Dale Willoughby has stopped his time. Oh, Tom Labar did 14.17. Rob Malone is still going on his pit stop, and he finally gets it at 83.30. And that was your battle off of pit road, folks. Della Vecchia, 5.60. Fast. We call that fast. Great job, Joe Della Vecchia. And we're going to do a few pace laps after that crazy wreck that we saw. I think, in my opinion, the driver who probably had it the worst was Everett Lane. He got slammed in the face by Gabe Butler. Crazy. We're going to take this time to talk a little bit about what you're seeing right now, and that is iRacing. And iRacing is a great platform for racing fans. I feel like most of you guys who are watching this Intensity Broadcasting right now is a racing fan. And iRacing, you can race with your friends and race from people all around the world. You can test, practice, and race. And if you have you can also watch. That actually what you're seeing right now. We had to go into iRacing and spectate a race, or if you might have a friend who has iRacing, you can go in and maybe you could spot for him. So many great things you can do in iRacing, and it's really, in a time like this right now, it's kind of a way for people to connect with each other. Maybe they haven't seen each other for a few months, and iRacing is a way for people to connect. There's been series that I know IndyCars have a major series and televised. There's been some dirt races televised, NASCAR being televised. And it's kind of taken over on Twitch and YouTube also. Looks like the lights on the pace car have gone off, so let's go over the order before the restart. First position is Joe Della Vecchia. Second is Gary Jenkins. Third is Maurice Johnson. Fourth is Jalen Battle. Fifth is Tom Labar. Sixth is DJ Harris. Seventh is Paul Sheldon. Eighth is Josh Hall. Ninth is Rob Malone. 10th is Eric Laurie. 11th is Dale Willoughby. 12th is Daniel Emmerdahl. 13th is Joseph Wright. 14th is Gabe Butler. And 15th is Everett Lane. Still, it's anybody's game or race. Will it be the two front row runners? Maybe it's Joe Della Vecchia. Or maybe the other front row runner, Gary Jenkins. It might be the new driver, Jalen Battle. Maybe the new driver, Jalen Battle, who should show some strength. Maybe a regular like Maurice Johnson, an FND team member like DJ Harris, or the fan favorite, Gabe Butler. Anybody can win this race, but the question is, who will it be? We're getting close to the green flag. Pace truck pulls in.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out here at Daytona International Speedway. The front row being Joe Della Vecchia and Gary Jenkins. Looking for some lane switching. There goes Everett Lane. He moves up there to the top line, even though right now he isn't in contention. One lap down. If there is another caution, he should get the lucky dog. The bottom line is getting a little bit right now of an advantage over the others, but they should catch back up. Look at all that. It's very hard to draft. Look how they keep moving around. There he goes. 321 car of Gary Jenkins takes the lead. That now puts Jalen Battle as the new driver on the top line. There goes Josh Hall, pulls up to the top line. Join Jalen Battle up there. Jalen Battle trying to get a rally up there to get past the 321 of Gary Jenkins. Now, I don't know if anybody else has, but I have never seen Jalen Battle in an FND racing race. He's not a regular. And I wonder if he will be successful with these normal regulars. Ooh, the 76 car is just swishing back and forth. It's making me nervous. I'm afraid he's going to get loose. That's how hard it is to draft for these drivers. What is that? Oh, DJ Harris has been knocked out of line. He pulls to the high side. Here goes Joe Del Vecchia moving up to the middle line. He's going to get a second chance at trying to get the lead again. Good decision by Joe Del Vecchia. I applaud that decision that he made there to move up to the top line. But even though it's a good decision right now, will it be a good decision in the future? That's what we're going to ask ourselves. Here's a quick look at the front of his car. As we have some great views of the racetrack. Now, we were talking about Jalen Battle. He has the highest I rating. That's a fun thing to look at. Who has the highest I rating out of all of these drivers here in this FND racing race? And Jalen Battle, who's not even a regular, he has the highest I rating with a 4,413. That's pretty up. That's up there. That's up there in the rankings. Look at the two identical cars on the bottom. That can get a man confused. They're in the 321, 322. They're both red, black, same paint scheme. It's like who's who? One time we had a race where there was two red, white, and blue cars, and they didn't even have numbers on them. One of the red, white, and blue cars ended up winning the race. That was a previous race. But sometimes there are cars that are duplicates, and it makes it very confusing for the announcer. It hasn't been too confusing because there's really only been one that's been in the lead, but Maurice Johnson and Jenkins. Johnson and Jenkins, two J names. Going into the turns now. So the fuel window is going to be 20. We're going to have to check the fuel window to see what it is. We still don't have any information on the fuel window. What will it be? We don't know. These drivers all have already pit. They might have gotten some tires, but who knows fuel in that previous pit stop. do some paint scheme shout-outs. Shout-outing paint schemes. Number 052 of the Wrangler car looks like Dale Earnhardt. He won many of his 7 championships in the Wrangler car before he switched to Goodwrench. Great car for Joe Della Vecchia. I enjoy the 12 car, Eye Candy. It's yellow, orange, and black with flames. Same thing. 24th Everett Lane representing William Byron, another great iRacer. On the bottom, there's Eric Laurie in the John Deere car. Anybody remember the 97 car of Chad Little, a very forgotten NASCAR driver? He ran in a John Deere car, and it's one of the last time we ever saw John Deere in NASCAR, Chad Little. 7 car with the sweet gray car. Enjoy that one. And then Joseph Wright is racing in the Monty Noise car. He's one of the main founding fathers of FND racing in the Golem 38 104 lap races. So we do have now confirmation of the fuel window, and the fuel window will be 22 to 27 laps, which is coming up soon. And the last time these drivers have pit was lap 27, so maybe from lap 29 to 34 is what we should be seeing for fuel window. Maybe even earlier if some of these drivers might have strategies, so we might see them pit even earlier, but we're still not even close to that one. And a bunch of drivers are leaving the top line, making it just the 3 of Della Vecchia, Lane, and Battle all up there in the top line, but nobody else seems to be joining them. They're all by themselves up there. Oh, here come some drivers joining them. Who is that? Josh Hall. Josh Hall moves up to the top line. Maybe that will work for Josh Hall. Maybe it will not. I'm not sure. So, good job, Josh Hall. He seems to be catching up there. So will anybody else listen, and will anybody move up with them? Oh, here comes the 52 Truck 2020 car of Paul Sheldon. He moves up to the top line. So we were talking about they were all by themselves, but now here they come. They're bringing up a rally again. Anybody else going to try to join them up there? It's 5 cars versus 5 cars. The question is, who wants it more? Joe Della Vecchia. He's had fast cars before. He certainly wants it. And Everett Lane, if you're looking at the 24 car, he did win our last race, and right now he's trying to get 2 in a row. My whole time announcing these FND racing races, I've never seen a 2 in a row win. So could that be today? I don't know, that's the question we're going to be asking. Will Everett Lane swoop in for the victory? These pit stops coming up should shake up. Oh no, oh no, oh no, Tommy LeBar, Josh Hall, Eric Laurie, caution comes out. Tommy LeBar. Yeah, and so going into the turns, we'll switch to the 99's view. In the turns, he gets loose there. He got near the double yellow line. And then he slides up and makes contact with... Oh, actually, I don't even think he made contact with Eric Laurie. I think Eric Laurie was trying to avoid it, and he swerved his wheel, maybe. And then he ended up hitting the 81 of Josh Hall. And Josh Hall moves up, and how did Paul Sheldon make it through the... Oh, he did get a little bit of damage. And that is not good. Well, that was a crazy accident. We're now 31 laps to go to this race. So we're gonna try talking to the 83 car of Rob Malone and maybe ask him if he made it through that wreck successfully and what's gonna be his strategy coming forward into this race. Hey Rob Malone, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Hey, Allie, how you doing tonight, buddy? Got copy.
I am doing great. So did you make it through that last wreck?
Yeah, I was hanging in the back with the '83 Goodwrench Chevrolet, and we were just hanging in the back, just waiting for that next caution to come. So we're good.
So what's gonna be your strategy coming forward into this race, into the rest of it?
Probably still going to hang in the back a little bit. Probably somewhere between lap 38 to 42. Probably going to try to make a move up through the field, see what the old Goodwrench Chevrolet's got for him.
All right, good luck, Rob, and we'll see what happens here in the coming laps.
All right, appreciate you, Allie. Thanks.
All right, that was Rob Malone, and we'll see what happens there. He did end up avoiding that wreck. He was hanging out in the back of the pack, and that worked out well because it helped them avoid the caution. Here's the first place. Jalen Battle is out here. Look at that car. Great Imron Elite. We've never seen him in an FND racing race before, but what a paint scheme that is. I'm getting like Jeff Gordon, William Byron, Ryan Blaney vibes here. It's kind of confusing. Paul Menard, old Menard's car. It's so many different cars. It's a great paint scheme though, with the flames, the black and the red and the yellow, and then behind him another great paint scheme. The number 052 car of the Joe Delvecchia, like an old Dale Earnhardt car, and then the Michelob Ultra. Now, I don't remember there being any Michelob Ultra NASCAR. It's not one of the. There are a lot of major beer companies that do sponsor NASCARs, Coors Light maybe, Budweiser, Busch, but I've never seen any Michelob Ultra NASCAR cars. Then behind him, sporting the red, white, and blue, supporting our current president, it's Paul Sheldon in the Trump 2020 car. Then behind him, the 321 and the 322. Oh, there goes Everett Lane getting his lap back. They both sport the Johnson and Jenkins Motorsports cars. They seem to be on the same team. They've been with each other the whole race, so they must have a strategy going now. Interesting car with Josh Hall. It's like black and green. It's a great car. It's not really representing any NASCAR car. Then behind him is the 37 Black Crown car of Daniel Rendall. I'm getting Home Depot vibes. I don't know why. And behind him is... Oh, here goes Josh Hall and Daniel Rendall into the pits.
Yeah, probably patch number 27.
Here's Tom LeBar in the 99. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's just red and black. That's a really cool car, actually. I'm not sure what it is supposed to be, though, but it is a cool car. Here we are. Lights on the pace car have gone off, so we'll talk about our current running order. First position is Jalen Battle. Second is Joe Dellavecchia. Third is Dale Willoughby. In the fourth position, it's Paul Sheldon. Fifth is Maurice Johnson. And sixth, Gary Jenkins. Seventh is Tom LeBar. And eighth is DJ Harris. Ninth is Josh Hall. 10th is Everett Lane. 11th is Daniel Imrendal. 12th is Rob Malone. 13th is Eric Laurie. 14th is Joseph Wright, and in 15th, Gabe Butler. So all of the cars in this pack are on the lead lap. So 15 cars are in contention for this win. We are now under 30 laps to go, coming to the stripe. Now we're going to watch for the pace car to move down, and then we'll see what happens from here. He should be pulling in right now. See him next frame. Boom. There he is. Now it's up to the green flag. Green flag's out here at Daytona International Speedway. Getting a little jump start there is the 12 car of Jalen Battle. Above him is the 052 car of Joe Delavecchia. And behind each of those cars, behind Jalen Battle, is the 7 of Dale Willoughby. And behind Joe Delavecchia is the 52 of Paul Sheldon. See any line switching? This little group of cars right here is running away from the others. They seem to have faster cars, but Daniel Rindall and Everett Lane seem to be reeling in the gap here. Yeah, they do. Everett Lane moves to the high side of Josh Hall. Will anybody else try? I think Maurice Johnson is trying to get up there with Gary Jenkins' partner. He couldn't there. Oh, here goes a few drivers down on the apron. They're just trying to get some fresh air maybe. Oh, here goes Dale Willoughby. I just now noticed that he just took the lead over Jalen Battle. New leader, Dale Willoughby, but still the leader on the top line remains the same. Joe Delavecchia is still the leader of the top line. Here goes the 321 of Gary Jenkins. He now moves up to the top line, and that now puts him as the leader of the top line. That was a good decision. I respect that decision to move up there, because now he has a chance to get up there, up to the front of the pack. If he does get momentum and does get past Dale Willoughby, he'll be the leader of the bottom line. So go look at this 12 right here. He's doing some great drafting. He's pretty much staying right on the bumper of Dale Willoughby. And that kind of shows with this 4,413 I rating. Uh-oh. We were just talking to Chuck about, oh no. Oh no. Maybe it was he was doing a little bit too well of drafting. Oh no. That's not good. I don't think cars are supposed to do that. I think they're supposed to stay on the track, not fly in the air. They're not airplanes. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, that was crazy.
You're welcome.
I didn't expect that. Here he is. He's behind Dale Willoughby. And then we're talking about how good he's doing drafting behind Dale Willoughby. Then he moves down on the apron, hits Everett Lane. Oh no! That's terrible. And then Gary Jenkins and Joe Delavecchia and Maurice Johnson and Paul Sheldon. And watch, he goes into the air. Look, he gets some air time. Oh no, the 321 of Gary Jenkins is on his lid. Oh, I think Gabe Butler doesn't make it. Does he? Let's see. No, Gabe Butler made it through. Joseph Wright's involved. Daniel Rindall. Pretty much the entire pack except for Dale Willoughby and Eric Laurie. And Tom. Oh yeah, and Ron Malone. His strategy is still working by staying in the back of the pack until maybe the final couple laps. Yeah, there's the 3 cars that pretty much made it through that one. That's Dale Willoughby and Eric Laurie and Tommy LaBar. And we got the leaders going into the pits. And we'll watch everyone's favorite program besides the actual race, the race on pit road. Here they go onto the track, or the pits, not the track. And they're going to pull into their pit stalls. Who's going to have the fastest time? And see, they're moving. Oh, look at that. Dale Willoughby wins the race off of pit road. Here comes some others. Okay, Eric Laurie makes it out. Then goes Tom LaBar. Then DJ Harris. Then Josh Hall, Everett Lane. Then it's Gary Jenkins, Maurice Johnson. Then it's Daniel Rindall. Then behind him is Rob Malone. Then goes Joe Del Vecchia. Alright, so the winner there off of pit road was Dale Willoughby. He did it in 7 seconds. Then Eric Laurie with the 12.23. Then Tommy LaBar. So, no, then it was, yeah. So this should be the last time these guys need to pit for fuel. They might need to pit for tires, but, and not even tires though, because it's not, in short tracks sometimes you're shedding the wheel a little bit, but here you're full throttle the whole time. There's no braking, so it shouldn't be an issue. Lights on the pace car have gone off, so we'll talk about our current running order, which is first place Dale Willoughby, second Eric Laurie, third Tommy LaBar, fourth DJ Harris, fifth Josh Hall, sixth Everett Lane, seventh Gary Jenkins, eighth Maurice Johnson, ninth is Gabe Butler, 10th is Rob Malone, 11th Paul Sheldon, 12th Jalen Battle, 13th is Daniel M. Rindall, 14th Joseph Wright, and 15th Joe Della Vecchia. Front row, will it be the 7 Michelob Ultra car of Dale Willoughby, or maybe the 071 of Eric Laurie? And it could be anybody else. Any of these 15 cars still are in contention for this race, and anything can still happen. We're now when we go by, it'll be 20 laps to go actually. Pace truck pulls in, and green flags down here at Daytona International Speedway. Look, the jump there by Dale Willoughby, but that doesn't exactly matter. The leader of the top line is Eric Laurie, and then behind these two are Tom LaBar on the bottom and DJ Harris on the top. Watch for line changes potentially. I think he goes up there. Yeah, the Jenkins and Johnson team, they're on the top line, trying to have some competition with the bottom line. This has been, since there are some regulars, this has been a pretty exciting race, even though it's just the regulars and Jalen Battle. But Jalen Battle is doing a pretty good job. He was involved in the previous accident though, along with pretty much the whole field. but still he has an I rating of... Oh, the 99 goes to the top line. Hopefully that will help him try to make some good moves. I do like this camera here. It shows a lot of the moves being made, a lot of the important moves being made. Oh, Josh Hall, he moves up to the top line. Way to go, that was a great decision there by Josh Hall. But, oh, what is Tommy Bar doing? He's moving up high, he's gonna move back down. He needs some fresh air, but he doesn't want to get out of line, so he's just... Any other moving will happen. Looks like the bottom line is doing very... Is he gonna do it? Oh, wow. Whoa. A lot of switching around. Okay, the only driver that stays up there is Gabe Butler. Gabe Butler moves up to the top line now. And then Josh Hall's right behind Gabe Butler. Gabe Butler's been the most dominant driver in FND. He won last Tuesday's race. The Friday night was won by Everett Lane. Here he goes. And speaking of Everett Lane pulls in and is now the leader of the bottom line, trying to continue his streak, trying to win 2 races in a row. But there are a lot of challengers that want to make sure that there's going to be a new driver in victory lane. And one of those drivers is Gabe Butler, leader of the top line, trying to get by Everett Lane. And look at Ron Malone, silently but surely, he's been making his way up through the field. He was in the back portion of the pack for a little while, but he's in the front portion of the pack now. That's a great cam to look at right there, and there they are. Oh no, the 32 and the 321 car cautions out. I saw that right in the corner of my eye. The 322. So let's see what happens here. So we're 3 wide, and 3 wide is never a good idea. Yeah, and he didn't hit the wall or anything. Yeah, he just gets loose, gets into his teammate, and DJ Harris didn't even touch anything. And he tried to miss the wreck, but he ends up moving up to the high side.
Checking out attitude.
Now, here we are now live and in person. See if we can get Daniel Rendall here. Hey, Daniel Rendall, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
10-4.
So we know that your car hasn't exactly been handling well. You're gonna try to fix that in the pits this time, by?
Yeah, 10-4. It's been a little tight right now because of all the last accident. Kind of trying to save my.
So what's gonna be your strategy for the coming laps here?
It's just get our repairs, get 4 fresh ones, and play the game.
So we wish you the best of luck, and we'll see what happens in the next coming laps.
Thank you.
See see what's gonna go on with the 37 car of Daniel Emmerdahl. As you heard him, he's been very tight, or no, very loose after that previous accident. So he's gonna try to go in there, get some 4 fresh tires, get some adjustments, and hopefully that'll help him maybe move up through the pack and potentially win the race. But he's got a lot of drivers to go by. So we're gonna thank our sponsors again for their support, and that includes Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Lee State Farm, Go To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics. Thank you to all of the sponsors for their support. Will anybody pit? They shouldn't need to, but we're gonna try to see if anybody will pit next time by. I don't believe so. So, if you're still wondering what's FND Racing, again I'll say it again. It is one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game or simulation, and their roots go back to Sierra Papyrus' NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death in 2001. The core of the group can be traced back to the Gollum 38, which were 104 lap races that Monty Noyes hosted. And if you look at Joseph Wright's car, it does have a picture of Monty Noyes, though he did sadly pass away this year. He was one of the founding fathers of FND Racing. And then they went to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before they jumped to iRacing. And they are not a league, although they have done the league thing before. There's no point standings or anything. And they're just a group of guys who share the same passion of hard-pumping, white-knuckle super speedway racing. And while they do have a team within the group, they will work with those who race with them, win in other races. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing with very few or even no cautions, then check FND Racing out. And their rooms are open. And unless you prove to be a bonehead, you're welcome to race with us. And that's right, the rooms are open. So if any of you enjoy what you're seeing and you have an iRacing account, and most of these drivers are in A-Class, so maybe if you are an A-Class driver in A-Class, then you're welcome to race with us. And let's see if you're better than some of the FND Racing. Try your luck out. We're seeing one new driver dipping his foot into the water. Jalen Battle is a new FND Racing driver. And that new FND Racing driver, and look, you could be on Twitch. So the rooms are open. Most of these guys are in A-Class. All of these drivers are in A-Class. Green flag is out here at Daytona International Speedway. The front row is Everett Lane and Dale Willoughby. Most of the regulars are up there, the great racers. Looking here at this. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Ron Malone moves down and Gabe Butler moves up. Whoa, this is confusing. Yes. Ron Malone moves down to the bottom line and Gabe Butler moves up to the top line. And next time by, when we go past the stripe, that means we will be 10 laps to go in Everett Lane right here. He's looking behind him and he sees Gabe Butler right behind him. What will he do? That's the question. Looks like Gary Jenkins and Maurice Johnson, by the way. I forgot to mention this. They're done for the day here. Yeah, they've been involved in a few major accidents. And I think they have 2 or 3 No, one. Yeah, you had 2 resets, and they must have used both of them, and they're now out of the race. But they did do a great job. Oh no, Rob Alone, he got a little bit loose there. No, not a little bit, a lot. That was a great save though. If we have like, if we have. If we're gonna give out a save of the race, we'll have to give that one to Rob Malone, as that was a great save from Rob Malone. There goes Tom Labar moving to the top side just then. Still, I don't think these drivers gonna make any major moves until maybe 2 laps to go or 1 lap to go. And if we do see another caution from now until the end of the race, we'll most likely see a green-white checkered. There's only 1 green-white checkered attempt, but we'll see if these drivers can run clean till the end. Usually Tuesday nights are a little bit more calmer than Friday nights. Friday nights can get pretty wild. A lot of, oh no, Jalen Battle, another great save. So now we have 2 candidates for save of the race, Jalen Battle and Rob Malone. That was a close one. Gabe Butler moves down to the bottom line now. That now puts Dale Willoughby as the leader of the top line. Great move by Gabe Butler. And great save by Jalen Battle. Rob Malone also had a great save. Which one was better? Yeah, I'd have to say Rob Malone's save was a little bit better than Jalen Battle, so he's the winner of, well, there could be more saves, but so far he's the leader of save of the race. And oh no, what happened to Tom Labar? He just fell out of the track. I doubt there's gonna be, oh no, lap car! Caution's out because of a lap car. Oh no, that's not what you want to happen. Oh, yeah, caution's out. A lap car. No, DJ Harris was 1 lap. He was about to get lapped by these guys, and he makes contact with Paul. He makes contact there with Paul Sheldon. 70, he's at number 76. And here's the overhead view of what it looks like. And here he is. He's a slower car in the Ford. Look at that number 76 Ford. He makes contact with Paul Sheldon. Slides up, hits the wall, makes contact with Joe Delafecchia. He slides and slides and slides. Jalen Battle gets loose, trying to avoid him. And Jay Harris. I'm not sure if we have enough time to finish this race, or will we see a green-white checkered? I'm not sure. I think we might have enough time to finish this race out. So we're gonna try to talk to Josh Hall here.
Yeah, Tommy got pushed through pit road.
Hey
and
Josh, this is Atlee in the
that's why
booth.
he's
Do you
only
copy?
getting clear.
I got you.
So you're in the 4th position right now. What's gonna be your strategy in the final few laps of this race?
Hopefully, I can find some friends. I got a bunch of guys up here. They're all teammates, so you know, trying to keep out of trouble and staying at the front here like I was planning on doing. So just gotta find some friends. That's what I need.
You do have Rob Malone a few positions by you, but I don't know. We're gonna wish you the best of luck. It's coming down to the final wire.
Thank you very much.
See what happens with Rob Malone, because he is in shark-infested waters as non-teammates are all around him. And nope, yep, the lights on the pace car still are on. Yeah, I do want to mention this. They're all part of this racing group. Gabe, Everett Lane, and Dale Willoughby all are teammates. So, looks like DJ Harris is done for the day. After that little accident. Must have ran out of resets. But back to that. So, Josh Hall's behind 3 guys who are not his teammate. And like he said before, right now he's just trying to find friends to help him. Maybe Paul Sheldon might help him. Maybe Eric Laurie might help him. Rob Malone might help him. We don't know. Yeah, if they can get up to him, who's gonna be? Yeah, Eric Laurie's gonna be behind him. We shall see. And so, I believe next time by the lights on the pace car will go off.
We have one.
And we're going to take this time right now to, again, since it's Cinco de Mayo, we're going to thank Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina. And they are a family-owned and operated restaurant, and it features authentic Mexican dishes. And many of those dishes are beloved recipes which have been handed down through relatives from Mexico. And it features fresh ingredients, the highest quality meats, great cocktails, craft beers, and it has a festive, family-friendly atmosphere. And so we invite you guys watching here to Juan's in Newport News, Hampton, and Gloucester, and you can get the finest Mexican food in the region. And right now you can get all of your favorite dishes by pickup. So you can go to any of the restaurants and pick it up, or you can get it delivered to your house. And if you would like more information on Juan's, you can visit their website at juanscafeandcantina.com, and you can get some great food from the one and only. Lights on the pace car have gone off, so we'll quickly go over the order. First position is Gabe Butler. Second is Dale Willoughby. Third is Everett Lane. Fourth, Josh Hall. Fifth is Paul Sheldon. And sixth, it's Eric Laurie. Seventh, Rob Malone. Eighth is Daniel Emrandal. Ninth, Joseph Wright. 10th is Joe Delavecchia. 11th, Jalen Battle. And 12th is Tom LaBar. And there are 3 drivers that have raced but are done for the day, and that includes DJ Harris, Maurice Johnson, and Gary Jenkins. And this will be the first and only green-white checker. It's going to be 2 laps of what should be mayhem.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out here at Daytona International Speedway. Front row is Everett Lane and Gabe Butler, but anybody else can win this race. 2 laps to go. Let's see how this plays out. For this race, we're going to watch and see if we try and see any lane switching. It's just a pack of 5 right there. Looks like Josh Hall did find a partner. He's with Everett Lane up there. Right there, looks like Gabe Butler has a little bit of a lead over Everett Lane. So if a caution happens on this lap, no, it looks like the lap is about to end. So if a caution happens on 1 lap to go, then they'll have to race back to the finish. All right. So far, Gabe Butler has the little bit of an advantage over Everett Lane. We'll see how this plays out. Uh-oh, here comes the FND team. 3 wide into the turns. Gabe Butler still with the dominance that he has. Oh no, contact between Josh Hall and Everett Lane. Uh-oh, looks like, oh, Dale Willoughby's now gonna try to make a move, I think. Uh-oh, it's coming down to the finish. Butler. Oh, and no, and wrecking. Joseph Wright, ha!
Good win, Gabe.
Gabe Butler, let's look at that finish. There it is,
Yep,
right
thanks for
there.
showing up, Everett. Appreciate
And
it.
what did he beat him by? 19 hundredths of the second is the magic number. Gabe Butler wins this race. And there's nothing else to say. He's been the
Hey, you're
most
welcome, Eric.
dominant driver all season. And we'll go over the finishing order. Gabe Butler finished in the first position. Gabe Butler from Florida. Any Florida people in watching right now, he's representing the entire state of Florida. So congratulations to the 88 car of Gabe Butler. Second place was Dale Willoughby. Third was Paul Sheldon. Fourth was Everett Lane. And fifth was Joseph Wright. Sixth was Rob Malone. Seventh was Josh Hall. Eighth was Joe Delavecchia. Ninth, Eric Laurie. 10th is Tom Labar. 11th is Jalen Battle. 12th is Daniel Limrendahl. 13th is DJ Harris. 14th is Maurice Johnson. And 15th is Gary Jenkins. So thank you for joining us on Intensity Broadcasting for FND Racing Tuesday night at Daytona International Speedway. I am at Manwees, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. And if you do want to see more racing action like this, you can like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on 3 different platforms. You can right now, you can watch us on Twitch. You can watch us on YouTube, and you can follow us on Facebook. And also, we do have a website if you want to look into it more at www.intensitybroadcasting.com and to see more racing action like this. And we hope to see you guys next time. Over and out.